cleanly is going to be Mosby, and we are back here. 7-4 your score on SportsTownChicago.com. We're in a league of our own, part of the WISC Radio Network. 3-point lead for the home Tigers as Goose right-hand slap serve over the top. Two-hand side bump by Schaub. Sets up the kill by Mosby. Right at the net. Lexi's able to pick it up. Left-hand tip over the top is going to be by Wirtz. They're resetting up the attack to the outside spike. Not able to get it down. Camry Say with the kill. The 6-foot outside hitter. She is only a sophomore. 8-4.
Beautiful play right there. Once again, they're throwing everybody off by not going to Epinesa. They're expecting that because in the first set, you're going to go to her.
Right hand over the top of the double block. Goose able to tip it up. Lexi mistimes that one. Gober mistimed the hit to Parker. We're at 8-5.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you play at such a fast pace, sometimes that's going to happen. You're going to go up for one and think that they're there, and it happens.
Back to serve now, clearing the net. Goose picks it up. Quick one set across the middle to Parker. Two-hand self-preservation still alive as Kowalski sends over to the net. Epinesa back. Gober. Parker down. Parker kill. Baby, I like it. The way you move across the floor. 9-5 your score.
Yeah, huge kill right there once again. And they're going towards that 10-foot line and just passing it up. And it's really throwing Belleville off right now. They just have no answer for it at the net.
Back to serve. Dickman, right hand over the top of the net. Good picked up. Libero Schaub. Right side. Mosby double blocked. But net violation. 4 hits called on Belleville. Apparently it hit the tape and dropped. No hit there by Edwardsville. They get the point, 10-5.
Yeah, I didn't really know what they called there because the net's shaking.
Dickman over the top of the net. Good dig down low by Schaub. Goes 10-foot line. Spike over by Mordini. Mordini sends it out of bounds. Biggest lead of the day, 11-5 your score on SportsTownChicago.com.
Great team communication to tell everyone that's going out the back. You can hear it in the background, and they're being loud.
Dickman service error sends it into the net. 11-6 your score. Quick start by Edwardsville, Kyle, but Belleville, the Lancers, really doing a good job keeping with them.
Yeah, that they are. They have the talent to keep up with Edwardsville. It's just a matter of executing.
Mordini down. Lexi right side. Parker off the block. Parker kill. Every day I'm shuffling. 12-6.
Yeah, that you are, Pete. We saw you shuffling earlier. But they have wonderful outside hitters, and they're utilizing their strengths right now. They're utilizing what their powerful positions are.
Huge hop serve there by Shashak over the top, picked up by the libero Schaub. Right hand slap over by Caraway, resetting up the attack outside to Epinesa. Good clearance there by Schaub. Back to the 10-foot line, double block, drops in bounds, blocked there by Edwardsville. But wow, what a great libero play by Christine Schaub, taking that attack of Epinesa out. 13-6.
Yeah, I think Schaub was excited herself just for returning that one because that was a bullet.
Shashak over the top of the net. Quick one attempt there. Directional left hand by Shantae Mosby. 13-7 your score. Good play by the Lancers.
Great play. Actually, you got two in front of you on the double block. If you got the free hand, toss it over to the side. Over
the top of the net. Does it drop in? Does it drop out? It drops out of bounds on the serve. Give the point to Edwardsville. They're up 14-7.
Once again, great team communication to let your teammates on the court know, don't touch it. This one is going out of bounds.
Back to serve now. It's going to be number 8, Mackenzie Collins. Talked to her before the game. College scout, she doesn't have an offer yet. Give her one. Collins over the top. Two-hand set, far side. Roof attempt. There, bounces around. Give the roof to Hannah Friedrich. And if you're in Edwardsville and you want roofing, go to Friedrich and Associates. But before we get to that full timeout, tell you we are brought to you today by the Illinois Center for Broadcasting, a 11.5-month accredited college, 3 days and night a week in the greater Chicagoland area, 2 campuses. Call 630-916-1700, text suburb to 33239, or go to beonair.com for more information. Also, this is brought to you by volleyboom.com. Use code VOLLEYHOOD for a 10% discount on all purchases. We'll be back, SportsTownChicago.com.
You may think that performance-enhancing drugs can help you hit the ball harder, help you throw the ball farther, make you bigger, stronger, faster, and more attractive to scouts. But performance-enhancing drugs won't make you a champion. To do that, you have to challenge yourself. At the Illinois High School Association, we're committed to making sure that today's high school athletes understand the dangers of using performance-enhancing drugs. This message is brought to you by the Illinois High School Association, inviting student athletes, parents, and fans alike to challenge yourself and help bring out the best in our high schools and communities.
1, 2, 3. My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure.
And we're back, SportsTownChicago.com. Good serve over the top of the net. Massive dig down low by Schaub. Rough attempt there by Friedrich. Oh, huge fall away there. She hit the ground hard was Shantae Mosby. Hopefully she is okay. As she looks at that was, wow, right on the flat part of the back.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't feel good. And you don't know if your head's going to hit either, so that's just a scary situation.
Collins hops her, picked up by Schaub. Quick one, decoy, left hand over the top. Able to pick it up cleanly there is Collins. Right hand attempt by Friedrich. Going for the block again, nothing there. Right hand, Epinesa goes for the block, undercut, right hand punch by Mosby. Near side, two hand set over the top of the net. It's going to be by Surmeyer. Goes outside, Epinesa goes for the kill. Goes just a bit out of bounds. Let it be noted, too, if you look, usually it's, an R1 and R2. Speaking of the refs, we have Kathy Tenners and we have Chuck Rather, so thank you for being here today. But the two lines are also, at least one of them looks like a third official, so very interesting to have that. But again, at this brevity of a game, you can't expect anything else. Goose outside to Epinesa. Good dig down low by the Lancers. Two hands sends it over as Mosby. Quick one set dump attempt. Good dig down low. Keeping it alive is Bosson. Outside. Oh, misplay set there by Gober. She set it and then ducked as a flying Friedrich came through the air with the greatest of ease. 16-9 your score.
Yeah, unfortunately it was a tough set from the back, and it went a little bit too far to the net, and she just had to self-preserve and get it.
Oh, and Mosby misplays that one and sends Gober into the stands, 16-10.
Yeah, twice in a row she's had tough time returning the sets, and it's tough when you're this far along, but you just got to play in.
Mosby, good serve, two-hand return, goes far side to Epinesa, who tips it over the top of the net. Good return there by the Lancers, Mordini. Decoy across top, Mosby sends it over. Gober goes outside to Epinesa. Epinesa down. It'll be returned by the Lancers. Trying to keep it in bounds, and they do, is 16. Surmeyer goes outside. Down, Friedrich, one-hand uppercut punch. Gober outside. Epinesa. Epinesa is roof blocked. 16-11 here at Luco Jackson Gym.
Yeah, right there. It's she goes for a little quick toss over the top, and they timed it perfectly and put their hands there.
Mosby, good serve over the top, cleared. Goby, outside. Epinesa! Wow! 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 Colors of the world, spice up your life. 17-11.
Every boy and every girl spice up your life. Let's tell you this, from the 10-foot line, she is a head above the net.
Yeah.
That tells you how high and how powerful that this girl is.
Lexi Gober for that kill, 18-11. She got the ace on that one, and she goes back for another serve. Right hand, Gober clears the net. Good dig down low to one knee is Bosson. Misplay there, not able to return it. Poor pass by the Lancers. We're at 19-11. The Lancers had brought it to a small margin of a lead, Griff, but Edwardsville just coming away now with some good serves in a row by Gober.
That they are. The serves are phenomenal. Perfect placement. She found her spot where she's going, and that's what she's going to keep picking on.
Gober with the goat. Hot Epinesa goes for a block. Still at the net. Friedrich gets the block attempt. Facebook friendship request.
Denied.
2011 on SportsTownChicago.com. If you want to see or listen to our calls of Edwardsville last year, make sure you check out the website, SportsTownChicago.com/HS Volleyball. Epinesa for a block, and she gets the block. You shall not pass. 21-11.
Yeah, once again, they put it into a position where Edwardsville can take advantage, and Epinesa was there, and she saw that the back was open. Okay, I'm going to take that spot and put it in.
All right, well, thinking of taking things, we're going to take this time out. We'll be back in under a minute. 21-11 your score on SportsTownChicago.com. SportsTownChicago.com.
SportsTownChicago.com is an internet sports station that is located at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard, Illinois. We offer you a chance, or should I say, an opportunity, to become an on-air personality, get invited to live sporting events, and we teach you how to interact with your listeners. Get the training you need to get in the broadcasting industry. Just go to SportsTownChicago.com or dial 630-916-1700.
And you say it's called a strikeout. Interesting. I'll try one more. Why not? Pretty easy.
Oh, come on!
Striking out the competition on SportsTownChicago.com.
And we're back, 21-11 here on SportsTownChicago.com, League of Our Own. Right hand over to the top by Gober with the goat hop. Serve, decoy across the middle. Right hand goes out of bounds. Surmeyer went for a massive line kill, didn't get it, 22-11.
Yeah, thought she might have got it off the tip, but the line judges saw differently.
Back to serve, now is going to be Gober. Substitution as Clara Caraway checks back into the game after starting. Gober going for the right-hand serve, able to get it over the net, sets up to 10, Mordini, decoy across the top. Caraway goes for the kill attempt. Gober, decoy, left hand down, left hand kill. Maddie Wirth's first tool kill of the day.
Are you sure that was a tool kill?
It looked like it went out of bounds. Did it?
No, I think it landed in.
Oh.
But anyways, I'll go with the screwdriver.
All right, screwdriver, that's fine. 23-11. I thought it might have. It was close. Close. Gober over the top, picked up by Schaub. Set, 10-foot line, right hand. Surmeyer over the top. Epinesa picked it up. Gober, one kill attempt by Friedrich. Friedrich down. Friedrich with a tip kill. 24-11. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Especially not her, because she put it in the middle of the floor, so that's definitely not a corner right there. Just opening positions that Belleville's given Edwardsville right now, and they're just exposing it.
All right, set, 10-foot line, goes near side by Surmeyer. Epinesa able to pick it up down low. Gober, decoy, left hand over the top by Friedrich. Return cleanly there, far side by Caraway. Right at the 10-foot line, net play, jousting back and forth, and not able to get under it that time is number 10, Maddie Wirths. 24-12, still at set point.
Yeah, unfortunately, the joust back and forth there, sometimes somebody gets a little bit higher than the other and it drops down a little bit. You just can't get the bump underneath it to send it back to your teammates.
Back to serve. Again, set point is going to be Kowalski. Goes, back row, Gober, 10-foot line. Epinesa has to tip it over with just the left hand. Resetting the attack of the Lancers is going to be Surmeyer. Rolls across the top, dropping to one knee. There is Mosby. Drops in bounds. Point goes to Edwardsville, and they take the first set. First set goes to the Tigers of Edwardsville over the Lancers of Belleville East, 25-12. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, set 2 action here on SportsTownChicago.com, where we are in a league of our own.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, with hands-on training and face-to-face industry networking, has helped launch several great broadcasting careers. Illinois Center for Broadcasting graduate Lori Cease.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting has given me all the necessary tools and resources to take my personal dreams to become a radio DJ to the next level. Not only am I the program director of theedgeonair.com, where you can hear the greatest music you've never heard, but I am also an on-air talent at 96.7 The Eagle, classic rock that really rocks. Again, without ICB, none of this could have been possible. And I would like to accredit all my success because of my start here at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting.
You just heard it firsthand, so now it's your turn. Call the Illinois Center for Broadcasting at 630-916-1700 to schedule a campus tour. That's 630-916-1700. Or visit beonair.com. That's beonair.com. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where broadcasting careers begin.
Hey, it's your boy Johnny K. I'm here with my partner Patrick. Say hi, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick.
And don't forget to tune into us each week for the Sunday Sports Show.
Yes, it's every Saturday on Sportstown Chicago.
Whoa.
What?
No, Sunday.
I thought we were on Saturday.
No, man, Sunday Sports Show.
Oh, I guess I never thought of it that way.
Oh, anyway, don't forget to tune into us each Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon, the Sunday Sports Show, only on SportsTownChicago.com.
What are we going to do about football season?
Sunday, 3 to 5 on SportsTownChicago.com. Bailey and Banks host Fallout MMA, where you can hear them talk about the top female MMA fighters and follow the UFC very closely. Sundays, 3 to 5 on SportsTownChicago.com. Fallout MMA, Bailey and Banks. Come check out the aftermath.
SportsTownChicago.com is an internet sports station that is located at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard, Illinois. We offer you a chance, or should I say, an opportunity, to become an on-air personality, get invited to live sporting events, and we teach you how to interact with your listeners. Get the training you need to get in the broadcasting industry. Just go to SportsTownChicago.com or dial 630-916-1700. SportsTownChicago.com.
And we're back, SportsTownChicago.com, and League of Our Own on the Go South Sports Series. Dr. Pete alongside Kyle Griffin, his Twitter handle, KGriff89, mine, DR Peter Ferrari, and our Sportstown One is Sport, TWN Chicago.
Follow us.
Follow us everywhere, okay? Our blog, hsvchicago.blogspot.com. Right hand serve. We're underway. Edwardsville going right to left this time. Epinesa down. Oh, wow, what a good return again by Schaub. Point there on the roof by the Lancers. It goes so fast. If you are not in the near perfect position as Schaub was, you're not going to get to it. She's been getting to it all night. Great job there by the Lancers. Set up Epinesa again off the block, that time right at the top. Spike along far side, blocked that time by Edwardsville. Who's your daddy, and what does he do? 1-1 your score.
Well, I'm not too sure what her dad does, but I know she's pretty good at volleyball. And Belleville East needs to stop getting sucked into that 10-foot line, especially on those block situations, because Edwardsville sees that, and they're going to put it past that 10-foot line.
Back to serve. Collins, right-hand hop serve, picked up by Schaub. Sets it back to the middle, left hand, trying to get it over the net, and she does it as Montira Mosby. Good roof kill again there. And with this roof, they'll provide you shelter. 2-1 your score.
Yeah, once again, great job by Edwardsville.
I was thinking like the Muppets. Rolf.
Oh, Rolf.
I'm a dog.
Collins over the top of the net. Picked up cleanly again by Schaub, but misplay there is Mordini. First communication breakdown of the day for the Lancers.
Yeah, she picks up Epinesa's kill shots, but she can't return a serve. I think her timing's just a little bit off.
Yeah. Collins over the top. That time picked up by Schaub right at the back line. Sends it back to the middle and two-hand over the top. Friedrich goes. Collins near side. Epinesa down! Epinesa kill! Slam-a-lama! Ding-dong! 4-1.
That one's perfect because she is close side to us, goes cross-court, hits a foot past the 10-foot line with curve.
Yeah. Right at the 10-foot line, triple block there, able to be returned by Mosby. Goes for the dump attempt. Epinesa sends it to the backside. Are we going for Mosby again? And we do. Far side, Collins picks up at the back row. Sets up near side, Epinesa tips over, drops, inbounds! Epinesa kill! They call me Ishmael. 5-1.
Oh, man. You know, the fact that she can run halfway across the court and still put topspin on it, enough for it to drop to that back line, is words can't even explain.
Collins, good serve over the top yet again. Schaub sets up the decoy. Not able to get underneath it that time. Miscommunication there between number 4, Taylor Marshall, and 9, Sammy Epinesa. Again, first communication error for Edwardsville today.
We had a little bit of a miscommunication error. It's going into a spot where there's no woman there. And they're just that hole that you don't know who's going to go for it, so you got to yell.
Left hand, good serve over the top of the net. Picked up by the Goose, near side. Epinesa down! Epinesa kill! And in the morning, I'm making waffles.
And I'm coming for breakfast.
6-2 your score.
I don't even think we have to explain it anymore. It's just phenomenal.
Right hand hop serve, Gober sets up near side. Misplay there by Shantae Mosby. We're at 7-2.
It almost looks like when she's coming back with her arm, she's in like a cobra strike position.
Again, best wrist snap in the state, and we'll get to that in a second. Block there, attempt by Friedrich, but good kill there by Shantae Mosby. 7-3 your score. Good, very good kill attempt there. She caught Edwardsville out of position.
Definitely caught him out of position, and they're kind of resting back on their laurels right now, and they just put it in position.
And Goose not able to get underneath that one. 7-4 your score. Good rally right now for the Lancers.
Very good rally. They need this. They have the capabilities of doing it. It's just exposing Edwardsville weaknesses.
Mosby over the top of the net. Rough attempt there. Two-hand under by Parker. Goes. Two-hand dump attempt there is going to be by Say. Right-hand kill attempt. Nobody touches it. Goes out of bounds. 8-4 your score.
And going for that back line because Edwardsville got sucked in again towards that 10-foot line, exposing the back line. And it was huge. If she would have snapped her wrist just a little bit, that probably would have dropped down back towards the back line.
Back to serve now. I'm getting close to saying she's quite possibly the best player in the state. Sammy Epinesa, massive serve there. Sends it into between the back line to the 10-foot line. Two-hand side over by Summermeyer. Quick set, near side, spike down, good dig, pick up. Sets, far side, Shaw, right hand over the top, but saying it too far again is Surmeyer. 9-4, Tigers are up. Lancers are getting their chances, Griff. They're just not hitting their spots.
They're definitely getting their chances. They need to pick and choose their spots wisely, and they're trying to go for that back line, and it's not always there.
Check that long sleeve of Epinesa, because she just pulled out an ace. 10-4.
Yep, she's rocking the queen of the court, and she's shooting for blackjack.
Epinesa back to serve again with one of the biggest jump serves I may have ever seen. Clears the net, sends a 10-foot line. Parker misplays it. Epinesa spikes it over. Schaub sets up the attack for the Lancers. Spike down, falls away there is going to be Mosby. Epinesa passes it to 11. Ilaria, and it goes out of bounds. So 10-5 your score.
Yeah, that it did, and it was just kind of a bad set. Too close to the net, couldn't get close enough to it, and just send her right into the net.
Right hand set, serve, Kowalski over the net, picked up by the Goose. Gober set, spike over the top, good slide down to one knee is Basin. Right hand over the top is going to be by Surmeyer, picked up cleanly Gober. Near side, spike, off the double block, two-hand self-preservation by Basin. Two side over Surmeyer, picked up that time by Epinesa. Misplay there between Gober and Friedrich. It was kind of a point blank. They thought they were going for the one kill, but actually she was going to decoy it to Epinesa. 10-6.
Yeah, once again, miscommunication.
Kowalski over the net, dig down low. Goose, Gober, far side spike, double block. And point goes. It goes just a bit out of bounds. Point goes there to Edwardsville, 11-6.
Once again, just hitting it into that double block, and luckily it went out of bounds.
Good serve by the Goose. Over the top. Goose gets the clap, spinaroonie, ace, 12-6.
Yeah, with Maverick's help right there, it drops down off the net.
I want at least 3 more good kills. I got a few more calls I want to try to bust out today. You know, some fan favorites. Across the middle, right hand, Surmeyer picked up by Goose. Goose, near side, spike down, left hand punch. Good pickup there by Surmeyer, but it rolls out of bounds. 13-6. Tigers extend their lead.
Once again, their outside hitters are just phenomenal right now, and Belleville has no answer.
Goose, 10-foot line, double block. Resetting up the attack for the Lancers. Goes over is Mordini. Mordini blocked. Are you talking to me? 14-6.
Single-handedly, that block, and wow. Words can't even explain how this team's playing right now. They're firing on all cylinders.
Gober, two-hand to Epinesa, far side, left-hand tip over the top. Good cleanup there. Parker able to block that one back down. 15-6. Timeout going to be needed soon, and there it is. The visiting Lancers take a timeout. This timeout brought to you by the Great Lakes Center for Team Sports Performance in Aurora. If you want the Midwest Mecca for volleyball, go to greatlakescenter.com for more information. We'll be back. SportsOnChicago.com.
You love watching and talking about sports, so why not turn that passion into a career in sports broadcasting at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting?
Hi, I'm Matt Abaticola from Sports Radio 670 The Score, Chicago's #1 sports talk station. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without the time that I spent at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting.
For more information, go to beonair.com/Chicago Sports or text Chicago Sports to 33239. The Illinois Center for Broadcasting, where sports broadcasting careers begin.
Sending it outside, right-hand spike. Double block there by Parker and Wirtz. I'm running out of block calls, but frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. 16-6, 10-point lead. Goose right hand over the net. Not able to get the dig down low. That time is number 3, Courtney Bosson, and we're at 17-6. Tigers starting to pull away.
Not a good timeout by Coach. Obviously, what she said wasn't working. And these girls just had to have confidence in themselves because they can play up to this level. It's just they have to do it.
Goose over the top. Another ace for the Goose. 18-6.
The Goose is loose. She's running wild.
Goose going back. Another serve. Right hand over the top. Picked up that time. Cleaned by Schaub. Right hand over. Goose sets up the offensive attack. Near side. Right hand, not able to get to it cleanly. There is Nicole Alaria. It seems her and Epinesa were both going for it at the same time. 18-7.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication. They have to call one another or make sure the set play is what they called, and just know your positions.
Surmeyer over the top. Epinesa two-hand set. Epinesa misplays the set. Great serve by Surmeyer, putting it in no man's land. No bump, no spike, no serve, no set.
You don't know what you're going to go with in that position.
Surmeyer over the top, goes for Epinesa again. Good bump that time. Quick one-kill attempt. Getting the one-kill attempt there. Number 5, Sarah Parker. Say hello to my little friend. 19-8.
Quick one kill, and most teams get pulled off by that, especially if you're running decoys. And Edwardsville has been running the decoys, so it pulled Belleville.
Marshall left hand over the top of the net. Set far side with the decoy. Spike down. Epinesa able to pick up that one. Bump. Gober. Near side. Parker sends it over. But Parker sends it a bit too far. Point goes to the visiting Lancers of Belleville East.
They needed that point to get some confidence back in themselves. You got to get some points here. You can't let that point go to waste.
Back to serve, right hand over to the top. Good serve. Oh, it hits the net. Schaub, that was a gimme. As checking into the game is Katie Shashak, 20-9.
Unfortunately, you had that free point and that free opportunity to get some back, and you just gave it right back to him.
Right hand set serve by the recently checked in Shashak, right over the middle. Dig down low. Net violation by the Tigers. We're at 20-10.
Mental lapse. You can't get into the net. They got pulled a little bit too close on that play and just ran into it. It's kind of a delayed call, but you work with it.
Mordini back to serve over the top of the net. Goes near side. Spike down by Parker. Spike. Kill. I see dead people. 21-10.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can because that one just ripped up the floorboards. And, wow. Their outside hitters are phenomenal. What can you say? They've got power, strength, and size on the outside, and most teams can't handle that.
Collins, good serve right at the 10-foot line. Tip over. Sets. Near side. Epinesa. Down! Epinesa kill! I'm on the edge of glory, and I'm hanging on a moment of truth. 22-10.
Oh, Lady Gaga.
22-10. Collins over the top of the net. Down low. Right side over. Good kill there by number 6 for Belleville, Shantae Mosby. Here's looking at you, kid. 22-11.
Yeah, hits off the double block and goes towards that back line. They didn't know where it was going to drop, so they pulled in closer to that 10-foot line once again. And here they are, giving points away.
Left hand over to the top of the net. Boston sets up near side. Epinesa, did she get the tip? She did not get the tip on that one. The one thing she's very well known for, snapping the wrist, didn't snap it enough on that one. Went sailing into the rafters almost. Left hand over the net. Picked up far side. Dump attempt there. Epinesa able to get underneath it. Sends back for the Lancers. She goes for the directional. Resets up the attack. 1 kill attempt. Not able to get the pancake is number 3, Courtney Boston. We're at 23-12 now.
Great play. You know, they've been going to Epinesa on the outside. They've been going to the outside hitters. They go with the quick one right in the middle, and she tips it over the top with the double block.
Wirtz checks into the game. Bump, far side. Sends it back to the middle. Oh, misplaying it there is going to be Boston and Schaub. We're at game point, 24-12.
Can't have that. You can't have miscommunication between your liberos and your two outs. It's just not working.
Dig down low. Sets. 1 kill attempt. Left hand resets up the attack. Goes far left side. Spike. Down! Spike! Kill! Number 10, Maddie Wirtz. Hasta la vista, baby. 25-12 is going to be the way things end here today. What a game for Edwardsville. They end both of them 25-12 against a conference rival on a big night. What a way to end things. Kyle, before we do some post-game analysis, just your thoughts. First time for you seeing Edwardsville.
First time seeing Edwardsville, it's not a surprise why they are ranked nationally.
Yeah.
In Illinois and in St. Louis.
Yeah.
You're ranked those 3 times. It does not surprise me when you're coming out here and you're making such a big impact on your team, like Epinesa has, and like everybody else. You have great libero play by Goose. Your outsides are good. Plus Epinesa, it's an all-around good collective team atmosphere, and then they just play good. And there's no doubt about it. And if they don't win something this year, I'll be surprised.
Yeah. From
what we saw down here during this trip, they're the best team that we saw all weekend.
Not only are the best we've seen all weekend. I mean, you wait to see the best teams. We've seen the Paytons, we've seen the Cary Groves, we've seen the Huntleys, we've seen the Lyons Townships, the McCaulays, the Providences. We've seen them, this far through the season. I'm going to go out on a limb. I think Edwardsville is probably the best team we've seen all year.
Best team we have seen all year. Yeah, I don't disagree with that one bit, just for the simple fact that they play so well together. They know where their sets are supposed to be. And, yeah, of course, you have some mental mistakes and a little bit of errors here and there. But what team doesn't? Even college teams have mental lapses. But for the most part, this team fired on every cylinder possible tonight and made it impossible for Belleville to even stand a chance.
Yeah, unbelievable. It's not often I am lost for words where, just looking at all the factors. You'd set up Epinesa, she gets the massive kills, and then look at how many other names we said on this Edwardsville roster for getting kill after block, after roof. We were saying almost every name on this roster at one point or another. You had amazing serves by Gober, by Goose. I mean, Collins did a great job subbing into the game. That's unbelievable, all-around balance, and you're playing against a very good top 15 team in Belleville East. It's not like you're playing, a 1A caliber team. You're playing one of the other best teams in the state. And again, tip your hat to the visiting Lancers. At many points, they were keeping right with them. Unbelievable job.
Yeah, you can't say anything bad about what the Lancers did. They did a good job for what they were dealt with. And when you've got the outsides who are absolutely pummeling the ball, you just protect yourself. And there were some times where the libero, she got great returns on Epinesa's kill attempts. But you're not going to get it every time when you've got such directional kills by Edwardsville. But the fact that Belleville kept it close in the beginning, it just goes to show you what kind of team they are. And I wouldn't be surprised if later down the road they'd be a good team. But right now, they came up against a team who is hot and just plays phenomenal team volleyball.
Again, Edwardsville, 25-12, 25-12. 2 great sets. Belleville tried to keep it close, and then just Edwardsville put the foot down and just applied pressure. Coach downstairs being interviewed by some other people right now. We're going to have Sam Epinesa, our voted player of the game. We're going to have her up in a second along with Coach Parker. Go South Sports Series doesn't get much better than this on SportsTownChicago.com.
SportsTownChicago.com is now bringing you behind the scenes with contestants from NBC's The Biggest Loser.
Holy cow!
Check out SportsTownChicago.com/Biggest Loser to download exclusive interviews with past contestants and winners.
Why are we so blessed?
Listen as they talk dieting, sports, hobbies, and life after The Biggest Loser. So log on to SportsTownChicago.com/Biggest Loser now.
God bless the internet.
SportsTownChicago.com in a league of our own.
Hello, football fans.
Fellas, I can't wait till the toe hits the leather.
Welcome to the new home of the Joliet Buccaneers. SportsTownChicago.com.
Come on, Bucs defense. You've played so well tonight.
Find all the hard-hitting action every Saturday and highlights, recaps, and all the information you want for the Joliet Buccaneers football season, including pre-game, halftime, and post-game specials and downloadable podcasts. Only on SportsTownChicago.com.
Was that a bullet or was it a dagger?
We're in a league of our own.
Hey, it's your boy Johnny K. I'm here with my partner Patrick. Say hi, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick.
And don't forget to tune into us each week for the Sunday Sports Show.
Yes, it's every Saturday on Sportstown Chicago.
Whoa.
What?
No, Sunday.
I thought we were on Saturday.
No, man, Sunday Sports Show.
Oh, I guess I never thought of it that way.
Anyway, don't forget to tune into us each Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon, the Sunday Sports Show, only on SportsTownChicago.com.
What are we going to do about football season?
SportsTownChicago.com is now bringing you behind the scenes with contestants from NBC's The Biggest Loser.
Holy cow!
Check out SportsTownChicago.com/Biggest Loser to download exclusive interviews with past contestants and winners.
Why are we so blessed?
Listen as they talk dieting, sports, hobbies, and life after The Biggest Loser. So log on to SportsTownChicago.com/Biggest Loser now.
God bless the internet.
SportsTownChicago.com
in a league of our own.
Nice little story you're working on there, the big novel. Got a nice little narrative, beginning, middle, and end. Some friends become enemies, some enemies become friends. Yeah. At the end, your main character is richer for the experience. Yeah, you got the...
No, you deserve some time off. So we're back on SportsTownChicago.com.
And we are back, SportsTownChicago.com. Post-game wrap-up brought to you by the Illinois Center for Broadcasting on the Go South Sports Series. Dr. Pete alongside Kyle Griffin and our VooleyBoom.com trendsetter of the match, Sam Epinesa. Sam, first time we've seen you this season. The kills just keep getting tougher and tougher. Let me ask you this, though. They had your number for a while there. The defense really was able to adjust. The libero play for the Lancers really was able to catch things early on. What adjustments did you make?
They were rotating around on their defense, and that libero was being really scrappy. But one of the things is the defense behind me, like Aubrey, who stands behind me on left back, she started calling like a different shot, and because I guess she started noticing something I couldn't see off the blocker's hands, and I started swinging for wherever she was telling me, and it was working for us, so kept going there.
I noticed that you shoot cross court a lot, and when you shoot cross court, what are you aiming for? Do you pick a certain spot on your jump, or are you just like, oh, I'm going to shoot for that corner, I'm going to shoot for the 10-foot line? What are you looking for when you're doing that?
Usually when I'm hitting, I track the ball, and then I look for the blocker's fingertips, and then if I see the hands are more towards my left side, I try and hit cross, which is either like a slice to the tee or down to the deep corner. But it just depends on where the hands are that I can see.
Your serve is one of the most unique serves. I mean, you really, really throw it high. How did you develop your serve?
In club season, my coach definitely was always like, you can never throw the ball too high. So he would make me sit there and chuck it up as high as I possibly could, and that's what I do.
Now, You are noted across the state as really being able to snap the wrist better than most players. How did you develop that skill? Is it a conscious thing? Is it just natural to really snap the wrist and get that trajectory?
No, not really. My dad was big on volleyball, my parents were, and they wanted me to be a hitter. And then our coaches always worked on us with making sure our wrist snap and our arm swing, and we work on that for at least 30 minutes every practice every day to make sure that our wrist snaps and everything are going right for us. So.
All right. Now, you beat a conference rival. What does that do for your guys' team in moving forward, going towards the state tournament?
Every game's a step forward. We work really hard to stay together and to play every match that we can. And just every match that we get through and that we play hard together, we know that we're making progress. And that's exactly what we're looking for, is progress together. So.
Now, you had a lot of little kids out there looking today. You were one of the coaches at one of the camps this summer. What was the fun story from there? And also, what does it mean to have such a good showing in front of the youth of Edwardsville?
They're so fun. Coaching camps, I coach the second and third graders usually, and they're so hyper. When they come to the games, they're definitely the best fans to see, and they go out there and they cheer for you, and then after the matches they come up and they tell you and they talk to you, and it just brightens your day just a little bit because you know that they're so excited to be there and to hang out with you, and there's really no other feeling better than that in the gym.
Now, one thing Kyle and I talked about before we let you go is this could quite possibly be the best all-around team we've seen all season. We've called over 100 games so far. How do you keep the teamwork together where it's not just, Epinesa with a big kill after kill to kill, or somebody with a dig, or somebody really having to do perfect set after perfect set? There was a lot of times, there'd be a breakdown, but you were able to pick up from that, recover, and then get the point.
Volleyball is a team sport. The things that our coaches hound us on is always, being able to lean on your teammates, work with your teammates. If something goes wrong in the gym, not just the one person has to go down for it. Everybody goes down and does their push-ups or does their sprints. And every game, I play everything together. I mean, it's not just one person's ball. Everybody gets it. Everybody gets to go after it. So it's either all or nothing.
All right. I'm going to ask you this question before we leave.
Is this the tough one?
This is the almighty tough question.
This is a tough question.
Okay.
Who wins in a fight? A lion or a gorilla?
Totally the lion.
Why?
My dad's a Leone lion. Man, he's a vicious man. I wouldn't get in the way of his path.
Was he here today?
Yeah, he was here.
Okay.
I don't know where he went, but he was the one with he has this, the sides are shaved, and he's got a ponytail. He's a really big guy. He's hard to miss.
All right, I'm scared standing here right now. Again, Sam, congratulations on the big win. Look forward to seeing you downstate against Sam Epinesa, our Volley Boom trendsetter of the match here on SportsTownChicago.com. Edwardsville beats the Lancers 25-12 in 2 straight. We'll be back on SportsTownChicago.com, where we are in a league of our own.
SportsTownChicago.com is now bringing you behind the scenes with contestants from NBC's The Biggest Loser.
Holy cow!
Check out SportsTownChicago.com/Biggest Loser to download exclusive interviews with past contestants and winners.
Why are we so blessed?
Listen as they talk dieting, sports, hobbies, and life after The Biggest Loser. So log on to SportsTownChicago.com/Biggest Loser now.
God bless the internet.
SportsTownChicago.com, in a league of our own.
106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Where Chicago sports live. SportsTownChicago.com.
And we're back with a post-game wrap-up here on SportsTownChicago.com. Dr. Pete alongside Kyle Griffin and Coach Parker. Again, the SportsTownChicago.com Go South Sports Series wrap-up show. Coach just had Sam Epinesa as the Volley Boom trendsetter of the match. What's it like having a player like her that at any point in the game, you snap your finger, you give a point, and she'll take over?
It's amazing to have the experience of coaching Sam for 4 years. She's one of the most dynamic players that you're going to see out there anywhere in the high school arena. And not only is she dynamic and she can create her own shots, she, I think, weekly comes up with something that I've never seen before, a shot of some kind or a dig or a serve receive. She's just amazing to watch play and watch her develop. It's been an honor to coach her for 4 years. But the best thing about coaching Sam is that not only is she an amazing player to watch on the floor, she's just as amazing off the floor. She's in the top of her class academically. She's very intelligent, and she's a tremendous leader. Everybody here in the building respects her, both staff and her peers. So she's a great kid all around. So she's an amazing person.
Now, one thing Kyle pointed out, and Kyle, you can expound on this, is the way your team played together, one of the best teamwork camaraderies we've seen all season.
Yeah, the one thing that we notice is that when the team gets down, it's not for very long. And you give up 1 point, and then you come right back and you go on a streak of 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's it. And then the team never gets down on themselves. And the communication is just phenomenal between the girls. How did you get that to come out of these girls?
You know, we do a lot of little things here in the gym as a team. We do a lot of team bonders. We have a buddy system that starts from the time the kids are freshmen all the way to seniors, where they're automatically freshmen are linked with senior buddies, just to make sure that the kids are flowing together, not just as a varsity or a JV or a freshman squad, but as a full team, and that all the kids feel part of this team and welcome. And as far as on the floor, I think some of that carries on to the floor. They enjoy each other. They thoroughly enjoy each other. If you look in the hallways, you're always going to see the volleyball players hanging out up and down the hallways together, walking around. When it gets onto the floor, I have a great group of veteran leaders. Some of these kids have been starting for 4 years for me now. Last year I graduated 2 players. The year before I only graduated 1. So Sam and Lexi and Tori have all been starting for 4 years, and some of these others have been starting for 3. And I think that the leadership on the floor and the experience just shows. And they're great role models for my younger players, my sophomores that are up there with them. So hopefully that carries through from year to year through our program.
Coach, how do you let your team not get ahead of themselves? Good success last year, dynamic performance this year. You know, what we've just seen is better than most of what we've seen all year. We all know what your team's goal is. How do you keep the team focused, the one game at a time, the 1 point at a time, one set at a time?
You know, to be very honest, that's something that we start very early in our program. Even we coach middle school too. All my coaches are down in our 2 middle schools. So from middle school up, that's one of the things that we try and do is teach the kids it's 1 point at a time. You can't go from 0 to 25. You have to go through 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's one of the things that we try and teach the kids to focus on. These girls, again, I honestly don't have to focus them very often. I'll give you guys a perfect example. I walked into our first huddle here tonight during a timeout, and before I ever hit the huddle, Sam and Mackenzie Collins had the huddle, and they had all the girls, and they said, we're playing clean, we're following our game plan, but guys, we're not excited and we're not communicating well, and we can do that better. And that was before I ever said a word. And that's pretty typical in our huddles. A lot of times, honestly, if I'm putting lineups in between games, the seniors have the huddle and they already have charge of it. And sometimes I just stand there and let them talk because they're dead on with what they're saying, and they just have some great leadership skills. So I just have a great group of veteran leaders that make my job very easy sometimes.
That's phenomenal. And what's one thing from this season that has helped you guys progress from what we just saw tonight?
You know, I think we've been progressing all season. We kind of started off a little bit rocky with a couple losses right there in the first week of season. And it definitely focused the girls a little bit that we're not as sharp as we need to be, you know, and if we want to go back to state and if we want to do what we did last year, we need to clean ourselves up. And quite honestly, again, it took very little focus for me. A couple of misplays here or there, a couple of really rough nights, and the girls did it themselves. This is not good enough, we can do this better. And quite often they're the ones in the gym at night that we'll call time for practice and they're like, no coach, we need one more ball, or coach, can we do this serve receive rotation again? It's just a great hard working group of kids. So I can't say enough about their leadership out on the floor.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the big conference win tonight. Best luck rest of the season. Look forward to seeing you in the playoffs.
Look forward to seeing you guys too. Thank you.
All right, Coach Parker there for SportsTownChicago.com. The conclusion of the Go South Sports Series, Griff. It's been a long week. It's been a fun week ending here with our game of the week here at Edwardsville. The Luco Jackson Gym Tigers defeat the Lancers 25-12 in 2 straight sets. We can go back to some regularly scheduled programming now. Thank you for being with us here all week on SportsTownChicago.com, the Go South Sports Series, where we're in a league of our own.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you guys for coming. We sure appreciate you guys coming down here.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Where?
You're listening to the home of Fight Club Chicago. To the Whistle, Fourth and Flacco, the Lamplighters coverage of the Chicago Wolves, and Illinois high school sports. SportsTownChicago.com is in a league of our own.
SportsTownChicago.com is the internet sports station that is located at the Illinois Center for Broadcasting in Lombard, Illinois. We offer you a chance, or should I say, an opportunity, to become an on-air personality, get invited to live sporting events, and we teach you how to interact with your listeners. Get the training you need to get in the broadcasting industry. Just go to SportsTownChicago.com or dial 630-916-1700.
Hello, Chicago! SportsTownChicago.com is now your home for the Chicago Mustangs.
I don't believe you. You must be lying.
No, just keep it tuned to SportsTownChicago.com as the Mustangs try to rise to the top of the Mid-States Football League.
I want to go higher.
With hard-hitting action and big plays all over the field, the Chicago Mustangs are the perfect start to your football season. Football! Go to SportsTownChicago.com/Shy Mustangs for all the action.
Can't wait!
SportsTownChicago.com. We're in a league of our own.
Breaking down the world of hockey from high school to the pros, covering every NHL team and getting into the crease with all the news and controversies. Following the Stanley Cup champion Chicago